Okay. Excellent. All right. Well, we're all here. Awesome.
Excellent.
Hey, Kathleen. All right. So welcome. It's our November meeting. I gave everybody a little bit of extra time to sign up for Secret Santa. I think some people missed it. And so I was actually going to go through probably tonight and like direct message people on the team and just make sure.
Testing.
But I want to, oh, yes, we hear you.
Testing.
Testing. We hear you. But I want to close it tonight and like swap it. So my goal is that I'll have out to you tomorrow morning who you will have for Secret Santa, so that we can get ahead of this, hopefully. And just as a reminder, Secret Santa doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be super crazy. Something small, something heartfelt. If you get a person you don't know very well and you need advice, let me know. I'm happy to do that. And especially for those, who are newer to the team or maybe don't, come to as many meetings, and especially for those watching the recording later. I hope that we have a lot of more participation in the next year in meetings. So one of the other things I'm going to be doing is sending out a survey to the team to find out like, are Monday nights not good? Are, like what's stopping people from attending the meetings? Because we've had we're not at 30 right now. We had a couple people drop, but we've got a fair number of folks who don't come. So I want to know why. And it could be that they are not my directs. And so maybe they don't feel as connected. I don't know. But yeah. So I'll be sending out that email. Just check that out. Look out for that. And then I thought I would show off the sampler. I think almost everybody has gotten their pieces, but I'm going to show it. It's so pretty. And you can arrange yours however you want, but this is how I arranged mine. So let me pin me. I could make me a bigger, right? Let's see. Pin spotlight. There we go.
There we go.
All right. Yeah, it turned out really nice. So, so we have Patsy and Jill and Lisa and Sarah and Terry and Mona and Kim and me. I went double because I needed to do a double piece to cover all the space that we needed to cover. So yay, it turned out really nice. Good job, everybody. And really sweet, really creative. And I love it. I love all the texture. There's a lot of texture this time. So that was fun. Like embossing paste and texture folders. And yeah, we did real good. They're real fancy. So good job, everybody. So we don't have the dark caramel sea caps, whatever those are. Dark chocolates, caramel sea salt. I don't know. It's fall product sorting time at our house. And Marianne ended up selling like $1,500 worth of fall product or something ridiculous like that. And we ended up getting shorted a case of the caramel sea caps, the dark chocolate, whatever, the really good ones. So they're coming in, not to fear, but I was like, well, I don't want to show up to people's houses and be like, here's everything but this, and I'll be back to get more money later. I was like, just skip those people and we'll deliver to everybody else. So yeah, so really nice job on the sampler. I think it's really nice. We did good. I think that the soft succulent was a good challenge for you guys. And definitely a lot of real red lovers in the house. But sometimes the fall, the Christmas papers lend themselves really easily to this, and other times they don't. So but I think it's beautiful. And remember, you don't have to make a sampler out of them. You can make cards. So I know a lot of people just make cards, like they can do note cards or standard cards. You can mat it, and make a really nice card out of those. They're all really beautiful. Mine, you'd have to do like a slimline card. Good thing we're getting slimline envelopes in the next catalog. So
Is Melissa the only one that
froze.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, now she's gone from the screen.
She probably had to drop and come back.
Well, yeah, she's still up at the top, but it's frozen to
Well,
where
has her
she's
name. It's just a black screen.
But yeah, slimlines look pretty cool, I think. I'm pretty excited about that.
Do they require more postage to send or
I
no?
have no idea. That's a great question.
Let's
Depends
look
on
it
your
up.
post.
I don't think so. I think when you think of like, they're the size of like a business envelope and you would just put.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Oh, great. It says I'm the
Now
host.
you're the host.
Yeah.
I'm the host now.
Woohoo,
Okay.
Jill.
She probably had to make
Go,
you the
Jill.
Oh, because
host.
it came in
Jill.
second. That mean we have to let Melissa back in?
Yep.
Oh my
No
gosh.
clue.
She goes, yes.
That's a really good point though about the envelopes. Yes.
Yeah, it is a business envelope. I mean, that's how
Yeah.
those come in the mail.
Okay.
We're here, doggy. Melissa, are
She's
you
back.
there?
Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Hello.
Frozen.
Y'all, this internet is not stable and this is not good. And it happens a lot like at 7 o'clock. Like, I don't know why, but when I went on live the other night, it cut me off too. So yeah. So anyway, we're gonna have to. This is the only internet we're allowed to have out here. It's controlled by the neighborhood. Isn't that lovely?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Ours was a bad deal between our old mayor or business off whatever he was, city manager, and so we have to have Spectrum for life.
Yep. Us too. Until like
Bro.
2066.
We have
or
to
something.
propane with one company. No one else.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they definitely made some shady deals, y'all. So, so anyways, yay, I'm back. Okay. Anyways, great job on the sampler. And that's great. I'm sending everybody on the team a little gift. And you'll get that for Christmas for this next month. And then we're going to do a couple of fun games at the Christmas meeting. So bring your funness to the night. So interactive games and just fun little Zoom games that we can play, and there will be prizes because Candy keeps sending me lots and lots of prizes. And I just like to hand those forward. And so guys, I have like more embellishments than I know, like seriously, like
Wow.
and I just keep, there's more. Like I was like, I could never go through this many pearls, opals, rhinestones. Like I'm like, and I use a lot more embellishments than I used to use. So we will have many prizes and lots of fun at the December Christmas party. Even if you're not participating in Secret Santa, please come. If you're watching this recording later, please come. It will just be fun. And we'll probably
When is it? When?
Always the third Monday of the month at 7 o'clock.
Right.
So in
December 20th.
In December, it'll be December 20th. I know that's late in the month, but that's just kind of how the chips fall. So Kim, you'll be out in California. So whoever gets Kim for Secret Santa, don't worry, I'll let them know, Kim. We'll be using your Cali address. So will you send that to me? I don't think you did, but will you? Okay, awesome. Yeah, so we'll be having fun. We'll probably play a couple of games with the spring catalog. So Kim, if you want to bring the spring catalog with you for faster lookup purposes, although sometimes looking online is easier because you can do Control F, you can find that. So, so for those of you who has seen the spring catalog, and for those of you who haven't, tomorrow everyone should. And the celebration, I would recommend take a look at the papers in the spring catalog, the colors, the cardstocks, and the ink, and say like, how am I doing on paper? and look at a few, I was actually surprised. I was like, oh, I need more Coastal Cabana. And then I looked and there's nothing in the spring catalog using Coastal Cabana. But there's a few colors I was kind of surprised by. So just look and see. You don't have to have all the coordinating cardstock, but you know, if there's one that you're like, oh yeah, I really would like to get some more Blackberry Bliss or, you know, whatever. Tomorrow starts the sale. So we have a sale on ink pads, everything that's Stampin' Up. So no Stays On, no Memento, and just the pad, not the re-inker. So, and then cardstock. And I haven't heard of any, like, I'm assuming it'll be Whisper White, like maybe the thick. I'm assuming the thick. I haven't seen anything. I didn't look through that list extremely close of the cardstock, but and then dies, only annual catalog dies. And if normally it would come bundled, right? The bundle's what, 10% off? But now you're getting 30% off the dies. So do the math, but I do think it's better. Just like if there's a die.
40%.
30 or 40?
40.
Dies are 20.
20. Sorry, my
20.
bad. I
And
don't know
then
where you got the 30.
with your
It threw
20
me
or
off.
25, you get.
Right.
With
That
our
makes
20,
sense.
it makes 40.
Right. That makes sense.
That's where I got the 40.
Yeah. And the other thing I would say is the look and see if there's dies that you like, shapes that don't come bundled that you're interested in. So remember, there's some dies that like didn't come bundled with anything, or like maybe they're dies that could work independently. So like the Give It a Whirl, which has that interactive card that kind of turns, or
Diorama.
the diorama, the one that has the windows, the picture this, that has the
I
little
got that.
circles.
Got
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's on my list because I didn't have that one. And I've used it. I used it at retreat, and then I panicked and I borrowed it from Susan. And so I'm like, okay, enough borrowing. Like if you've borrowed it twice, then that probably means you want it, you know? So, because how many cute things can you stick through those holes? Everything. you
Yeah,
know?
the holes on the
And now the
pictures.
otters and all that too.
I know. That's why I was like, I'm going to get it. So, so there could be some basic shapes, circles, ovals. Although we don't have ovals anymore, circles, rectangles, whatever, that you might need too. So just, you know, I went through, made a big list of like all the cardstock colors that I was low on. See, look at how many I was low on. See?
I had 13,
I have
14.
like 20. I mean, but then I also went through and said, okay, Mary Merlot. Do I really need Mary Merlot? Probably not. And I searched and it's nowhere in the spring catalog. And so I'm not going to get it right now because I don't need it. So that was my, I did Control F on the electronic catalog, and I was looking for a lot of colors. I was like, basic gray. Oh, okay.
Let's
Garden gray.
Control F.
Control Find. So if you do Command F or Control F when you're in the document, then you can search it really fast. This is this is my cheater way. I also, on my phone, I download it to the Books app. I don't know if you guys have done that before, but you have, so when you're on a PDF, you can download it to if you have an iPhone, to the Books, the little, let's see if I can get it to show, the little orange icon, your books, your iBooks or whatever.
Okay.
You
And
can
so I
put the
have,
catalog there?
yeah, girl, I have all the old
Ooh,
catalogs
I
here.
didn't know that.
One reason I do it is because then it's downloaded. So when I'm on the plane, I don't have to have Wi-Fi and I can look at it pretty much anywhere. But you can also Control F, or has the magnifying glass, so you can search it really easy.
Just for
Hey.
iPhone users?
Yeah, I don't know what Android has that would be like a library type,
Okay.
you know, and maybe it has something like that. I don't know. I can ask. Jonathan just got a new Pixel, so he had to sell like 7,000 things to get it, but he got it. So he was like, I need to sell this much worth of stuff. I was like, okay. Did you get it too, Kathleen?
I'm getting it from Santa,
Aha, yes. this is
AKA
supposed-
my husband.
Yes, Santa is also this is supposed to be part of Santa's gift as well, but Santa also had to sell a few things on the side hustle to make that happen.
Oh my gosh.
So we put in the book. I mean, we put in Stampin' Up.
So what you
Maybe.
do, yeah, actually, I'll actually walk you guys through it. This is great because I
Is that
didn't
for
realize.
iPhone?
This is for iPhone, but I have
okay.
I'll find some directions if I can and see there's got to be something for Android. So if you go to wherever the catalog is, like whatever the PDF is, and I guess I'll do this with a current catalog so that it's easy to see. Let's see. So if I went to, where are the current catalogs? There we go. Okay. So if I went to the current, it's up. The spring catalog's up.
Oh.
It's up. So there you go.
Yeah, it came out today because I looked at that on the calendar yesterday. I was just
I would-
looking it up.
So
Oh,
we go find it like on the Stampin' Up site and
Yes.
then just
Yeah.
download it and it'll go into your books, or you have
yeah.
to tell
So
it to.
yeah, I'll show you. So if you go to it on your phone, and so this is under, so you guys know, like navigation wise on the Stampin' Up page, you would go to happening now. And so this is my super smooth way of showing you how to do this. Let's see. So you go to happening now, and then you go to catalogs. And if you click on catalogs, then the new spring catalog will be there with its pretty
Nice.
pieces. It's windmills. And then I'm going to do spotlight. And then if you click on US PDF, and so it's going to download I'm just making sure that the light is, let's see, there we go. So it's going to download the PDF, right? And then at the bottom, you have this arrow button, right? And so it's like you're sending it, but you're not going to send it. You're going to send it and then swipe for your books.
Ticket books.
And then click on that and it'll download it to your books.
Wow.
Yeah. So I actually I'm really shocked I haven't shared this with you guys. I have like, I don't know, 5 years of catalogs and books.
Me too. As long as I've been in, I got catalogs sitting in there.
Yeah, so I can go pretty far back and it'll offload some of them like off of your storage or whatever. But yeah, so make sure you do that for the celebration catalog too, just because it's nice to have that kind
You
of
guys on?
instantly. Oh,
Or is it me?
oh, you're frozen, Sarah, but I can hear you. Oh, anybody else? Everybody else okay? Okay, good. Yeah, so anyways, this is a great way. So you have access to your catalog. It's searchable that way, which is really nice. So like sometimes you guys ask me questions, you're like, where is this and this? And you're probably amazed at how fast I find it. It's because I use my phone and I just search for it. So I'm actually not that proficient at the paper catalog, much more proficient at the electronic catalog, although I like a paper catalog, but so this is nice. It's a nice way. And of course, if you rotate your phone, you can see it a little bit bigger. You can go this way or this way. So, and then I'll find out what the Android equivalent is to that. And I'll put that in the newsletter too.
I think it's like notes or something, or
Okay.
foods, or I don't know.
Yeah, there's probably something that where
Gotta
you
be
could,
books. I'm sure there's some sort of book app that's
Yeah.
Google or whatever. Yeah.
My files, I don't know.
maybe the file section would work. I'll find out and I'll put it in the newsletter for you guys. So, yeah, so new catalog is out. That's exciting. So now I will, let's see.
I just was looking for that, sending it to one of my downline.
The celebration's right underneath the holiday one, the mini. So it's just right underneath it. Sorry.
Oh, I got to go back to I'm at the
Catalogs
download
page.
link. I'm on the download link and I only see the mini.
I don't see it. Is that because I didn't sign up for the on stage?
No, you should see it. Everybody should see it.
Go back to happening now and click on current promotions. It's
Okay.
right next to the main, or the spring holiday.
Oh, current promotions. Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple
Okay,
different ways
yeah.
that you could get there, I think.
That's a good, yeah. Let me see if I can get, yes, thank you. I got there.
Oh, wow. Now I know what people were talking about with the daffodils.
I'm back.
It's all making sense.
No joke.
The daffodil explosion.
Yeah, between the tulips and the daffodils, we're still doing florals. Good to know, right? So, yes. So new catalog is up. I would definitely recommend download it to your device so that it's easier to view it, and you've got it saved. And the lingo J to J is what everyone's calling this catalog, and then J to D or JD is the fall one. So JJ is the spring, J to J or JJ or J to D, JD. So anyways, if you hear people saying that, that is why. So a couple other things, because I do love that happening now page under current promotions. Oh dear, the last chance list is up too.
I'm not
Okay.
seeing that celebration one.
Are you on happening now and current promotions?
One last chance.
On our website.
On
On the
Stampin'
website.
Up! Website.
Yeah, you've got to be logged in because this isn't available or open to customers. So this is just for demonstrators.
Okay.
So you need to be logged into your Stampin' Up, mystampin'up.com.
When does that color wheel come out?
It should be in the supplies next week.
Next week, okay.
So a couple things. Okay, so the last chance list is out as well, which will show us basically what is going on sale next month and what is retiring from the the fall catalog. So they must have just put that up today as well. And this is the time period when things get a little there's a lot going on. So everybody, just take it one piece at a time. And then the seasonal sale starts tomorrow, and I talked about that. We still have Eden's Garden going on. We still have the Join deal for $75 going on. And if any of you are doing a craft fair, definitely recommend, there's a little tiny half-page brochure sheet here. Feel free to print a couple of those out and hand them out. I mean, there's no...
Which one is that?
The Start with Savings. So the discount, there's this little half sheet here that you can edit and put your name and phone number at the bottom. I don't think it hurts to have a couple of those printed, on the home printer.
Is that for someone joining? Okay.
Yep, that's the $75 Join deal that's going on right now.
Is there any other thing to print out for craft sale? Because I don't really want to order any more minis, but I'm looking for, and I don't have enough time to get
to join
the Join one or the kit.
Yeah, so I'm actually also printing out the December paper pumpkin one as well. So there's a little sheet, a little half sheet here that gives a little bit of information about the December paper pumpkin, because I think it would make a really cute gift. I think grandmas might want to get it for grandkids or something fun for them to do together over Christmas break. And so I am going to I have printed this flyer. And that could be something good. Yeah, so the December paper pumpkin is called Lots of Pun. And they promise we'll go bananas over these playful, pun-fulfilled projects. So it sounds like there's a lot of excellent and exciting things. We see that there's cherries. We see that there's bananas. It also says that we're going to be able to mix up the faces and accessories for an absolutely adorable accent. And they are snacks. So I think there's going to be some kind of builder, we could stamp funny glasses or a mustache or something. So I think it's going to be cute. Lots of soft colors. And it does make 9 cards, 3 of each of 3 designs. And the colors are Crumb Cake, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Granny Apple Green, Pool Party, and Poppy Parade. So those are some fun colors. So this paper pumpkin would probably be good for people who are wanting, something fresh, something new. Maybe they want to craft with their kids or their grandkids. Maybe they want a gift for their kids, their grandkids, college students. I don't know. There's a wide range that I think, or just people who like puns like me, because I love a good pun. So current promotions is always, the happening place where all of the new stuff is, all the good stuff is here. And so other than that, which is quite a bit, we've got a lot going on in the world. But I wanted just to get everybody kind of caught up on where we are in the new catalogs and the old catalog and yada, yada, yada. I know a lot of people are doing craft fairs. So I hope that those are all going well. I think we've got quite a bit. We've got some Chris Kindle markets coming up from a couple people. We've got Kathleen. I think that almost everybody on here is doing a craft fair. Kim, come on, let's go, girl. I just chuckled because Candy was like, how many on your team is doing craft fairs? And I was like, a lot. I was like, I think there's 8 or 9 of us.
It was a challenge, wasn't it? Didn't you make it a challenge?
I made it a challenge, and apparently you guys met the challenge. So
No, and I have another one now with Crystal at December 4th.
oh, good.
Yeah.
I was going to look for early December one too, just to have.
Yeah, there was
There's
one
the
more.
farmer's market in Lampasas for Christmas. It's the second Saturday, I think the 11th or something.
That would be good.
Yeah,
There's something in Round Rock too. The Round Rock does a market days, but it's every. I had
The
the
11th.
thing. I lost it somewhere. It's here. I made progress today.
I know that there are always opportunities. There's definitely lots and lots of opportunities right now. But balance your time, have fun, enjoy. Definitely get rid of some, of the, stockpile of cards if you have them. I know I've got a lot from previous catalogs and stuff. So, it's a great way to get those cards out there for sure. So, okay, so in terms of updates for me, that's it. I wanted to see if you guys if anybody had a project nearby that they wanted to share. And I can show a couple to stall us. And then I'll take turns kind of spotlighting everybody. Kim, I want to know what you were working on last night with all those teacups. Was that all your
I was
ink?
just organizing my desk.
What do you store in the teacups on your desk though? Ink?
So this little teacup, right, has some of my paper clips.
You spotlight her?
Yeah, I will.
Okay, because I'm I can't see her. Oh,
Oh, cute.
oh, cute.
And then it's got a dog-shaped paper clip.
Oh, I love it.
And then there's a Monstera leaf paper clip.
Ooh.
Oh, that's cool.
So just to have it handy, a little fun. And then the other teacups, I was thinking of using them as art water cups. So if I'm doing anything that needs water, just dip it in. That's just pretty to look at. So
yeah, it's nicer than the plastic bowl I grabbed from the kitchen in a panic. So yeah, good job.
Or the IKEA bowl. Yep.
Awesome. Let me show you guys. I'll show you. I think I posted this one. Let me see. This is the one that we're
So
cute.
super cute.
Love that.
so we're making. So this is the felt. So I did the little felt star, and then this is felt, and so this is all felt. And then
How
this
did
is-
you adhere the felt? Because that
Yeah,
can
I
be
was
tricky
gonna ask you.
sometimes.
So I
Is there
use the
adhesive?
adhesive sheets.
It worked?
Oh,
It
Wow.
cut easily.
Yes.
oh my God. I have them and I haven't used them because I was glue goes through and
Yeah,
it was just a mess.
I was really concerned, and I was like, I don't know what's going to make them work. And I thought, well, let's give the adhesive sheets a try, right? What's the worst that can happen? And it went through, and I was able to peel the back off. And the only thing with the O is it could be easy to lose your shape. Like you've got to be careful when you lay it down, right? Because the adhesive sheets are adhesive, like they're strong. So, but yeah, it stuck to it and it's really sturdy on there. And I think that the stars I didn't do with adhesive sheets. So the stars I did with a glue dot. So you can see they wiggle a little bit. But the O and the Y I did with adhesive sheets. And I will probably do the stars with adhesive sheets for the class too, just because I
Maybe
think
you
that,
did a dimensional for the star because it looks like it's popped up.
yeah, I think it's just that little bump of a glue dot under there. Isn't that
Oh,
crazy?
interesting.
Yeah, like it's just enough. So, but yes, so super cute. I definitely cased a card I found on Demonstrator Planning Place. Thank you,
Nice.
whoever you are. And I did fussy cut the corgi out. I think he's,
No way.
yeah, I did. Look at that.
It's so cute.
I know. I was so proud of myself and I didn't lop off an ear. So yay. So, something like this, I mean, like this is pretty simple and there's actually no stamping on this, which is funny. But I know that people in the neighborhood will enjoy making this. So that is my share for the night. Anybody else have something? Let me see if I can switch. Lisa, let me spotlight you. Replace spotlight. Is that the Eden's Garden? Oh,
Pretty.
I have bad lighting in here. Sorry.
no, that's okay. I thought about doing something like that. That's funny. Yeah, it's beautiful. That's great. What are those 1-inch squares?
Yeah, 1 1/4, I think. I don't remember.
Okay, they might be 1 inch because to go across.
They might be one,
Yeah.
2, 3. They're 1 1/4, I think.
Okay. Those are really cute.
And then I made this with Patsy's old set.
Oh, Patsy's got good old sets. That's for sure. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's pretty.
Wait, I want to see. Oh
That's
yeah, I love that one.
That's
You were an
gorgeous.
awesome stamper, Lisa, I have to say.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
were trying to guess everybody's stuff and I didn't know who made that snowman. And I was like, that's awesome.
What snowman?
On the
The little
sampler.
sampler. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, Lisa, you do.
We came up with that idea together.
Well, Lisa, you do not do beginner work. That's for sure. You've definitely been doing this a while. It shows. So, oh, that's
Oh, very
pretty.
pretty.
As with the stamping blends, the stamp
Oh,
pens.
nice. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Nice. You're on a roll.
She's been very
I
busy.
found out that the paste, the embossing paste does not work well with the pens. It feeds into the paste.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't think I've ever tried that, but I could see that. So,
So I had a Christmas tree that I did the white for the snow and it became green snow.
no
Oh,
big deal. Hey, Barbara. Nice to see you.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Everybody's sharing a project. If you've got something else, who wants to share next? Oh, Barbara, she's on it. Hold on. Let me replace spotlight.
Ooh, I like it.
Right, this was one of the ones that it came out of that stuff that Melissa gave us.
Nice.
oh, very pretty.
Nicely done.
And then here's one that I didn't follow directions from the weekend, but I like it.
Ah,
Oh, I like that
pretty.
a
I
lot.
like it.
I just stamped it in gray,
Uh-huh.
and I think
Nice.
that and then use the gray for the.
The
Yeah.
sentiment label.
That
That's
looks
nice.
good
Yeah.
with the background being dark.
Nicely done. All right. Who else has something they want to share?
So are we showing our mini paper pumpkin roll the dice?
Yeah, so your roll the dice, mini paper pumpkin box projects, whatever. I'd like you to share those on our page if you can take a picture, because I am going to draw a winner. I'm going to give you guys through Thanksgiving break for those that went to On Stage those that didn't go to Onstage, just so you know, for those that went to Onstage, I sent them a sample of the DSP from the Heart and Home and a little bit of ribbon and some of the matte dots and some note cards and a paper pumpkin box, a mini paper pumpkin box. And I've challenged them to come up with some projects. And so I'd like you to post your pictures on our group page, please, like our team page, C2C Stampers. Yep. C2C Stampers. And then I'm going to bring in a guest judge or two and then we might do like a little People's Choice Award as well. So, but I'm giving you through not through Christmas, through Thanksgiving. So you have all of this week and all of next week too, because I know some people have some time off. So a little bit of time. So did you do yours already, Patsy?
I
I
did.
did. I thought they were due, so I did them.
I thought they were due tonight, so.
I never set a deadline, but good job. Now you can go back and add some doodads if you
They're
want.
pretty simple.
Yeah, because I just, from what I rolled the dice, so.
Oh, so you did not have to roll the dice in order to make them. The dice were just for fun.
Oh, I rolled the dice. And
you
that's
rolled
how
the-
I designed them.
That's funny. Well, that's also
Good
acceptable.
idea, though. That's different.
So, so I sent crafty dice to those that came to Onstage, and I showcased them on Facebook Live. That's the one that got cut short this week. And so I'm gonna do. I've made some more sets of these, so I'm gonna do some incentives to earn dice. But I know. So for those that didn't attend, so you can get your own set of dice. But I'm also just going to post the PDF of the crafty dice so that if you care, because I painstakingly and lovingly painted these. P.S. That was not fun. And then hand stamped them all, also not fun. And so my desire to make many, many, many sets of these is very, very, very low. Let me just say that. Very, very, very low. Like I had 5 different colors of paint all over my finger. These are the tiniest blocks in the world, but let me show you where I got them from. So, you know
Melissa,
how,
why don't you unpin me so we can see your stuff?
absolutely. Thanks, Barbara. Cause you know, I'll never remember that. So, oh, I thought I did unpin you. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So, you know how that whole, like, I can make that, right? Like, you know, you walk through Hobby Lobby and you're like, I can make that, right? And then you get into it and you're like, oh, that's painful. Why did I think I could make that? Insert whatever, right? Wreath, scarf, sweater, socks. I don't know, you know? So I had purchased from a woman in Canada. She is a demonstrator, these crafty dice. And I thought they were fun. She's got really big ones and then she's got little ones, and she has a laser cutter at home. And so she's one of those very expensive laser engraver thingy dingies. And so anyway, she has these and so they're like super cute. They were above my price point to get them for the team. So then I was like, well, I can make that. So then I found these at the Dollar General. Mine is a yellow sign, Dollar General. So they're little like craft cubes, right? And I'm like, I can make them.
Oh my God.
Then I realized after many failed attempts that I could not write the words horizontal on this tiny of a block. Nor when I wrote the word whore, it didn't turn out great. It was a tough time in the craft office, y'all.
Did you say?
Yeah, horizontal. I mean, when you,
It is
you know,
so hard.
it was,
H for horizontal.
yes.
Oh my
So
God.
what was not supposed to take a day ended up taking a full day in the craft office, y'all. I worked on them all day. It was beyond.
Painted them? You didn't like stain them with ink?
No, I
You
painted
didn't
them.
spray paint them?
Painted them by hand with a brush and paint, acrylic paint.
Oh,
I hope that was
Where's mine?
therapeutic.
It was a project, let's just say that. So I love each and every one of you. And if you got some crafty dice, you should consider yourself very, very blessed. And we'll see if the angel that wants to paint them, because what I then realized was that if I stamped, for instance, N for note card, and then N for neutrals, you wouldn't know which N it was, which is why I had to color code my dice, right? And that's why I painted the dice, because I was color coding them. Anyway, I should have just bought them from the lady in Canada. I think that's the moral of the story, right?
Oh, that's so
But
funny.
anyways, I've got a whole lot more. And so I can always make another set. So I'm putting my head together with Susan Rutherford actually tomorrow, and we'll kind of chit chat, and I'll come up with a way that you guys can earn some more crafty dice. And maybe I'll have some as prizes in the December meeting too. That would be fun. So,
I thought
but
it would be fun for a class too, with regular customers that you have.
yeah,
That's what I was
actually,
thinking about.
yeah, that would be a fun class, like to
And see what they come
do.
up with.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, if you did like this would be fun for like an open, what I call like an open crafting, or like a, come stamp in my studio kind of a deal, right? And you give them a set of crafty dice and you say, hey, you can make, 3 projects today. I'll help you, we'll lay out the paper and let's see what you roll, and let's, see what happens. Could be a lot of fun. And I was really nervous putting the slimline project on the list, but now we have slimline envelopes, so I feel way
know.
less nervous. I was predicting the future is all that was happening. So may the dice be with you. Last week's project, for those of you who might have missed it, I rolled all the things I hate. Pearl, oh yeah, neutrals, pearls, fussy cutting, y'all. Like it was, but I think it came out really cute.
So
So
beautiful.
Oh, that looks cute.
yeah, it's really cute. So
Let's
Marianne,
see.
yeah, she really likes this image. She thinks it's really cute.
You have some mad coloring skills.
Well, this comes from many, 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 many years of coloring with watercolor pencils since I was like 12. I've had a set.
Oh.
So I have a 30-year advantage on everybody with the watercolor pencils. So, and I don't even think I did a good job on that one. But so anyway, crafty dice. So good job, Patsy. Way to do your homework ahead of time. And if you would like to amend those samples before posting photos, feel free to do that. If you want to share them now, you can do whatever you want. Yes, anybody else have a project they want to share? Something that's close by?
I'm rolling mine and writing them down, and I'm going to use that
It's so
Yeah,
fun.
since
I
they
did
were
the
so much
top.
trouble. Well, so
Let me see.
Where's Patsy?
Oh, let's see.
You
Refresh
showing?
spotlight. Let's see. Yeah.
Ooh, Patsy.
Oh, nice.
Pretty.
Cute. So
That's
you
pretty.
added some color to it.
Patsy, what did you roll?
It was sponging
Oh,
for this
Oh.
one, so I sponged the top of
Yeah.
it with the brush. for this.
Yeah. It looks good. Let me see the little, hold it real still and just freeze, like stop moving. There we go. Now he can focus. You've been on my mind. Oh, that's so cute. That looks awesome.
Yeah, that was for sympathy.
Ah, very nice. Good job. I saw a chat. Hold on. How are we even friends if you don't like neutrals, pearls, and baseball?
Ah,
I mean, I like pearls to wear and I like neutrals to wear. They're just not my stamping friends.
neutral's like my favorite color group.
Oh, that's funny. Well, that's why you had like 77 boxes of Night of Navy, right? Like,
Yeah,
That's why
and
I
old
ended up-
olive and
That's funny.
Well,
Yeah.
so here's a funny story though about this kind of a project. Some lady I was chatting up at the craft fair on Saturday said to me, like, she looked all flustered when we were talking about stamping, and she goes, "I just have to ask you." She's like, the people I stamped with gave me like 4 or 5 different pieces of paper with similar colors, and then they gave me glitter and they gave me this, and I had to do that, and I just don't know what to do. So as she's talking, my brain is working, and it was Patsy's I don't think it was shoebox. I think it was Patsy's organized swap, right, Patsy, that you had the different strips of pattern paper and then you had the snowman on it. that
Oh,
had
yeah, yeah.
the wink
Yeah.
of Stella. And
The
while
rush
she's
bottle.
talking, I'm flipping through the box and I'm like, you mean like this? She's like, oh, that's a good idea. So I may have like won her over for at least, something. I don't know what. Didn't know how to put the glitter down with glue. So if that was her problem, then I don't know how much her demonstrator was actually telling her. But anyway, she took some information, and I told
Good.
her about classes. So
That's awesome. That's great. Sometimes I find that customers, so I have a new customer here in Dripping Springs who used to be a customer of Jen Gulch. And Jen was in Houston. For those of you who don't know, her and her twin sister did, I think it was called like Twig and Vine or something. They were, I think she was on Artisan one team. She's a really good designer. And she was on incentive trips and stuff. So sometimes but she doesn't do Stampin' Up anymore. She's a nurse now. She went to nursing school and she's a nurse. She did LuLaRoe there for a while too. And so I have a fair share of leggings from her as well. But it's so funny. Sometimes customers will compare you to like other demonstrators that they've had, or they want to know, like, do you know my old demonstrator? And I was like, actually, I was like, Jen and I are friends. We do know each other. And she went back to Jen and she checked. And Jen's like, oh yeah, actually, Melissa, yes, I do know Melissa really well. She's great. You're in good hands, And then the lady said, well, Melissa said that she's trying to win this trip or whatever. And Jen she corrected her and she said, Melissa's not winning anything. She's earning it and she's working really hard to do it. So you need to support her.
that was good.
That's awesome.
Good.
And I died laughing. I was like, oh my goodness, only Jen Gulch could get away with that. So, customers will do that sometimes. If you run across people who know Stampin' Up or who know, they'll do that. And it can be a small world for sure. But I thought that was really, really funny. So, so good. And the other thing I wanted to say is, all of us, I mean, hopefully, you can take classes from anybody. You can do, so if there's a class that's really interesting to you or somebody's hosting something, I know back in the day, I would take a couple classes from Erica Serwin because I wanted to learn how to do like 3D boxes. I have taken classes from Rhonda Wade, and I actually just signed up for a class with Rhonda. I haven't done one of her classes in a long, long time, but I was really interested in one she was doing. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give myself a pre-cut class. So it's nice as a demonstrator to take a class from someone else, especially if they cut paper for you. So just, feel okay in that every once in a while. I know sometimes I'm like, oh, but it's someone else's class and I'm supporting their business. I'm like, nah, it's okay. Like, and so, be okay with that as well. I also know, and I think I mentioned it before, but Rhonda Wade and Julie Salva, and now they have a Canadian friend too, who hosts Creating for Christ, which is a Facebook group, and you can get on there every month. They post the projects for free. So you can use those. You can use those as a class. You can use those for your personal life. But then they also have like a packet that you can get in the mail. And so most of the time I don't do the packet for them. But I did get the book that they are, one of their friends, there's a devotional for next month. It is oriented towards moms. So I'm just going to like lay it out there. But it's called Simply Christmas, a busy mom's guide to reclaiming the peace of the holidays. It's adorable. I'm very happy. Anyways, the author is speaking on the Creating for Christ group tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock Central. And it'll be on a replay too. But so if you can't join then, you might want to listen. But yeah, Julie knows her and she's really sweet. And so anyways, it's a sweet book. It's definitely oriented to moms for sure. But I mean, it also talks about like, I really like it because she's got little like tips and stuff. And she's like, serve pizza. It's okay. She was like, have a pizza night and make it fun. And, not everything has to be hand cooked, handmade. She said that someone a long time told her that the cut and bake cookies don't count. And she was like, what do you mean slice and bake cookies don't count? And she apparently has believed that for many years. And now she says that's ridiculous and it still counts and it's homemade. And so I thought I would share that too, but I just wanted to share that it is nice to get other people's perspectives. It's also really good to see how other people package their classes. You'll get really good ideas about, you know, tips and tricks and things that you can do too. I would say don't become a serial person who does it. Like it's a, you know, it should be like a, you know, I need this idea, or man, I got that stamp set and I don't know what to do with it. Right. Or, you know, I'd really love to learn how to do more 3D packaging. Right. That's for me. Like when Eric is like a little Easter packaging class or something, I'll usually take it just because my mind apparently does not work that way. So I watched a lady do a Austrian actually, YouTube today on making ornaments, these paper ball ornaments. And it was really good. It was on the demonstrator planning place. And I watched her today. I was like, man, I wish there was subtitles on this one. But I was like, I think I get it. I think I know what I'm supposed to do. I was like, I'm picking up more and more German as she talks more. So no English on that one. Any other projects that anybody has nearby that you'd like to show off? Oh, let's see. Hold on. Let's see. I see
No,
Kim.
it's not a prize. It's a towel. It's not a show. Do
Oh.
Kim can show.
All right, let's show Kim's. Ooh.
Pretty.
Oh, I
That's
like
neat.
that.
I didn't do too good of a job fussy cutting, but I wanted the bee to kind of like show up.
He's so
Yeah.
cute. I love him. I don't think I would have thought to fussy cut him. You're a
wouldn't
beast.
have.
Of
You
course I would.
wouldn't have. You don't fussy cut.
That bee's not getting fussy cut. I'm going to tell you that right now. There's too many tiny like antennas and legs.
Yeah, I cut around it. I was like, that's not happening. Otherwise, the paper would rip.
Yeah, that's true. It's really cute. I love that with the little bars and stuff too. I like the composition. That looks great. And stamping on the DSP. Way to go.
Yeah.
I'm frozen.
Nice. Yeah, I think you might be a little frozen, but all right. And then I saw, let's see, Terry.
Oh, I just want to share. I am actually gathering information on fellow stampers in the area. What I'm trying to do is get them to do a shoebox swap. And it'll be at the VFW because it's free to me. And I came up with this idea on how to feed them. So I'm going to get some little boxes because it's probably going to be a decent day thing. So I'm going to share this. Maybe you guys would like to do this. I'm going to do charcuterie boxes instead of like a sandwich. And what I'm going to put in it, which is something that we've done at the Art on the Square, they put in the charcuterie boxes literally a wrapped baby doll, one apricot, 3 or 4 different types of olives, and then they had pistachios, the ones you could actually open, not the ones you have to hammer open, and a couple other types of nuts, some grapes, and some blueberries, and then there was some like mozzarella sticks, and there were 3 of them. One was wrapped in prosciutto, one was wrapped in hard salami, and the other one was wrapped in some other type of salami. But I had one, and it was actually quite filling. So if you want something that you can prep in advance, save money, and wow them, I would recommend those little charcuterie boxes. They're adorable.
Super cute.
Yeah.
Well,
That'd be
and when we
that'd be
get
great.
together, we don't have to feed each other. We just all bring stuff, and there's always plenty of food. And even the one that I used to do in the Hudson Valley, we would go like from 10 to 4 because there was 25 stations.
Wow.
But we'd all bring stuff, and you know, someone would just kind of keep track so that we didn't have like all cookies. But we all brought stuff, and we kind of like put it out in waves. So like breakfast stuff and lunch stuff and goodies and all that kind of stuff. So
Heck, I like that even better.
you could probably do it, you know, pretty cheaply if everybody brings something to share too.
Yeah, that's what I would do. I would recommend doing the, you know, bring your shoebox project and bring a snack. When we used to do shoeboxes in Charleston, because I got hooked up with a bunch of demos there, we did the same way. Everybody brought a snack to share and a shoebox swap, and that was a lot of fun. So, and it's a great idea. So Terry, are you just looking them up on the demonstrator locator? Is that how you're doing it?
No, I'm actually going to craft shows and dropping off my information. And when I'm doing it, I do ask, are you a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator? Because a lot of them have Stampin' Up! Product. And I've come across like 9 of them so far. And I'm asking, are you interested in a shoebox swap? And some of them knew what it was, some of them didn't. And I said, well, I'm looking to do it with the new product. And, most everybody wants to do it. We have a couple that are standoffish. And I said, well, when the invitation goes out, I mean, you can come or not come. I said, but it can only benefit you and your customers. And we are, a community of like-minded people with different personalities. So, there might be somebody that you can, huckle down with. We have a very transient community because we're right by an Air Force base. So I ran into a lot of Air Force wives that don't have their homies with them. They're like me, they're out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, I think the other place could be to look at the website too, do the demonstrator locator and put in your zip code, and then you can email demos direct from there too.
And I have that. I have done that. That's where I got my original idea, because like all these people, and someone will say, well, so-and-so is my demonstrator, and I've never met them. I don't even know them. And I'm old enough that I know a lot of people in this area.
Yeah.
And,
But it's a great idea. Doing a shoebox swap is a great way to get involved with the people. I know Kim did one local too, I think last year, year before last, pre-COVID. So it's a great idea. And Kim, yeah, she was at a shoebox swap. And then Anne, I don't know if you want me to get you hooked up with the Charleston group, but I can definitely connect you if you want to participate in a shoebox swap there. I don't know if they're going to go back to doing them, but
Yeah, that's fun.
okay. All right. Yeah, I will. I'll find my old contact there. She's a hoot. She's kind of the queen bee of Charleston Stampin' Up, and she's funny. But they're great. They're super friendly. But she's a large personality. Patty McDermott. Ooh, I remembered her name. Haha. She's a funny lady. But good. Any other projects, things that you inspiration? So I think everybody's doing great, and just happy Thanksgiving. I wish everyone hopefully a restful week and some family time next week, in between 5,000 craft fairs and whatever else we got going on. And yeah, and then I'll work on getting the rest of the Secret Santa. So if you missed the deadline for Secret Santa, don't worry. Tonight's the deadline. Tomorrow morning, I will draw names and I will make that happen. And so tomorrow morning, I'll send everybody who they got for Secret Santa. And then I hope that everyone, even who didn't participate in Secret Santa, will come next month. And then just as a reminder for Secret Santa, and I'll try to remember to tell everybody, but if you get a package from your Secret Santa, don't open it. Like, wait until we all get together. No early oopsies, no sneak peekies. But any other, I'm going to stop quick share out from those doing craft fair so far, what's going well, what you would have done differently. Yeah. So Sarah, you want to talk a little bit about your craft fair and kind of what went well, and maybe is there anything you're going to roll differently for the next time?
Yeah, so my best advice is don't sweat it. Like, I got myself all worked up for 2 months beforehand. Oh, I'm going to do all this stuff, and I'm going to do, and I literally, like, was Friday night, the night before the craft fair, was going through Melissa's checklist, which I think was the best thing, because it kept me on task and it made me like think about each of the things, and I didn't forget anything because of it. So that's a great idea, is go through that checklist. The things that worked well, I had the spinner for my cards, and I used it was Jill's idea, this old, any older paper that you had to make the dividers between, for the cards. So I had birthday and sympathy and, all the different things so people could see the areas of where they wanted to look right away on the spinner. And then I had these cardboard card holders for all my Christmas cards, and I had them front and center, and I almost sold out. I mean, I had a lot of Christmas cards, and they were just all swaps. And so use what you have on hand. That's a big retail thing. I took all my cards for swaps. I took them all out of the envelopes that we got them in. I took all the people's names and business cards and all that off of them. I used a stamp that I had from Melissa. I think it's a little big with my, sorry, with my name on it. It's a little bit big, but I also just found this little copyright Stampin' Up stamp that I have been looking for. So I stuck it on here so I had it. But otherwise I had my name, I had my email address. This side's not really good. You can't really see it. I guess you could a little bit. My name, my website, and the Stampin' Up copyright. And so I stamped the back of every card. You should really have this on, because if you don't, some other Stampin' Up demonstrator is going to rat you out. So stamp every card with at least the copyright information. If you have a stamp with your name and stuff on it, do that. I sat and packaged them all up. So I put my card, the envelope, into a clear envelope so that people can kind of flip through them and not mess them up and not lose the envelopes and all that good stuff. I guess another way you could do it if you really wanted to is you could do the white envelope separate, but I didn't want like stuff falling off and all that. So it's easy just to package them up in the clear with the envelope with the card. And I had those front and center, and literally at the last second, like Jill and I were laughing because I had done bath salts a year ago for my club, and I still had the big tub of all the bath salt stuff. And so I took the 6 or 7 jars. It wasn't like a perfect equal number and, all that. I had 7 of those little jam jars. I threw bath salts in them. I did a belly band and I did something on the lid. It had like a little Christmas tag on it, and I sold some of those. So don't feel like it has to be the perfect equal number and the perfect planned thing, because that was one of my funny like last second things. And then I also found these big fun foam snowflakes, and I just threw them on the table. I didn't have a lot of decorations, and I was kind of messed up, like, oh my god, I have to take my whole Christmas stuff out, I'm gonna find everything. It's just do red and green. You could do plastic tablecloths if you wanted to, or I did black with a red on it, and I did a red with a green on it, and the big snowflakes on it. And as we were packing up, we took the snowflakes off and we said, oh my god, like what a difference it made. You could cut them out of paper yourself, like the old school way, if you wanted to, but just to add a little bit of interest to your table. The negative stuff, I'm just trying to think. I had some paper pumpkin out. I sold a couple of those. So if you have paper pumpkin that you haven't done, I just sold them for $20. I also gave out a current paper pumpkin. I don't even know if they're current, but a flyer that I had for paper pumpkin, and I put it with it. Stuff your bags with like anything small that you can. If there's flyers or that creative brochure or whatever, make sure your stickers on it. I didn't have business cards until I opened the closet and just happened to find them. But people asked me to write on the back of the business card, like Christmas cards or like some sort of reminder, because I don't love my cards. I only have a little stack left now, but just to remind them, really try and do the raffle. That was my biggest downfall. I didn't do I had the forms, I had a basket, I had pens. I didn't really push people to do it. I told them I was raffling off a class, but I wasn't strong enough with that. I should have really pushed that a lot more, because I only had one lady who filled in the raffle thing. And that's where you get your customers' names and addresses to add to your mailing list. So I had people that took my information. I didn't take theirs. It was a very craftsy crafts fair. It wasn't a, they didn't want MLM, people set up and pushing their stuff. There was a Pampered Chef lady, there was a Colored Street lady, but I really tried to make it more conversational and more of just like get into, a conversation with them. Oh, I have this brochure. Oh, I have this catalog, and I gave them stuff. So I think for the next one, I'm going to change that. I really should get their information. That's key. So
Sarah,
yeah.
What's the benefits of having a mailing list as opposed to offering them your online website?
Because it's push versus pull. So if you keep pushing out your information to them, they're going to throw it in their bag and they're never going to look at it again, or they may look at it down the road and not remember what the conversation was or whatever. But if you have their information, then you're pulling them in, and you could send them a newsletter, you could send them an email, you can, send them a mini catalog from the selector if you feel like they were, that big of a potential customer. But
Right.
once they take your information and they walk away, you have no control over that at all. And they probably will just forget about it. I mean, I have to say, for my first ever craft fair, I still have people that, kind of contact me, but just think about all those bags they have and all the stuff they're doing. And they're like, who's this? Throw it away.
I actually I create tags. Not only do they get my business card when the bag is packed and it's on the back of my cards, but I will start doing the Stampin' Up, Sarah. That's a great idea. I have a tag that I use old curling ribbon, and
That's a good
tie
idea.
it on the side of a bag, and it says thank you. And it's knotted, not just tied, knotted,
Yeah.
and then bowed on the side of each handle.
Another thing I found, like I was like flying by the seat of my pants, as usual, but I found a whole stack of handle bags. And at least I found, like, I'm flying blind, but I at least know I have stuff. But anyway, so I found a bunch of handle bags. I thought about doing a ribbon or something on them. And I said, nah, I should have I have a ton of curling ribbon. I should have taken curling ribbon and punched holes in my business card and tied it on the bag. Cause I did give out the handle bags because I forgot my Stampin' Up bags. And I should have done that. But so I know I have one this Saturday. So I'm packed from the respect that I've got, ground zero. I'm not at ground zero any longer. I've got everything together. But now I know what I should tweak. And I brought a little notepad and I was writing notes as I was sitting there, like, oh, I need to remember to bring this, or I need to remember to bring that, or fix this, or bring more of that.
And
So
Sarah, I mean, if you have things like, look at the list, and then if there are things that we need to add, then like let's add them, and then I can
Yeah,
always
that's
like
a good idea.
re-upload a new list.
I'll
Jill,
look
what
for
about
that.
you, Jill? You also had a pretty you had a craft fair last weekend too, you and Crystal, right?
Yeah, Crystal and I shared a booth at Bethany, and I will say, don't stay up till 1:30 in the morning getting your crap ready. I was exhausted Saturday morning. Oh my gosh.
And I overslept by an hour and a half.
And you overslept because she stayed up till 1:30. We were FaceTiming till 1:30 in the morning getting our crap done. They only had 50% of the vendors that they normally have. They capped it. So we had a lot more space. So I used like 2 6-foot tables, and Crystal had a lot of presentation stuff that I gave her a hard time for buying when Charming Charlie's went out of business in the Avenue, and we used it all. So I said, yes, I'm eating my words. We came up with a quick system on, I marked all my cards with an X on the back of the clear so that we could keep track of what she sold, what I sold. And she used the spinner, and she did much better with sales of cards than I did. So this time, her and I talked, because I want you to flip it and try yours with spinners. We'll see if my cards just are the problem or if it's the spinner.
Jill, when you say spinner, that means how it's displayed on one of those tiered
Yes.
tracks? Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of what was yours displayed as?
I had like a plexiglass box, and I used the old DSP to organize it. And I organized all my cards by category.
Okay.
and had done that. A lot of people look through it, because a lot of mine are swaps and things I've done for classes. I do know that Crystal's an amazing designer, and she takes a lot of time with designing and playing with her sets more so than I do, because I'm designing for classes. So, I mean, it's just a different style that her and I have. I will say making sure you have things up high is very important. We made sure to have different levels to have it inviting. I wish I could sell a sampler, but I haven't yet. Some people commented on them, but they just haven't sold. But yeah, I gathered.
How much do you list them for?
I think I put $10 on it just to,
Oh.
move it, and it didn't move. I am going to try this year to do 8x8s instead with my classes, because I think smaller is easier to put in your home than the 12x12. And I want to see how that goes and see how they sell at a craft fair as well. Because you can put a group of 8x8 together of the different things that you've done, versus just one large 12x12. That was my thought anyway.
What did sell well?
I did sell some hand sanitizers. That was fun. Sold a couple of the seasonings with everything bagel seasoning in it with the jam jar. I am going to try and do the gingerbread men, because Sarah was a trooper and got on her hands and knees and found the last 40 gingerbread men in HEB on the bottom shelf.
The second one that I went to too.
Yeah.
I was like, well, you just have to give me that challenge and I will go find
Because
it.
I'm going to the second HEB. I'm like, oh my God, just stop.
Wait a
after
second.
this one.
So
Just stop.
I got you your seasoning and she got you your gingerbread men. It sounds like you
Hey,
might.
my store sucks. That's all I gotta say. Is my HEB sucks, because they were out of bagel seasoning, and we don't have any of those gingerbread cookies. They're very hard to find though, even though they have increased in volume as the number of stores, because I checked the little Debbie finder with Sarah the other night, and I was amazed how many stores had them. But I mean, you can't go and find them. They're just, like, man.
They're hard to find. And they were like in the back. I had to get down on my knees and I was like, and I'm like, these people are thinking I'm crazy. And I did get online, and a lady told me about it.
TikTok.
Oh yeah. So I'm online, and I'm looking like a lunatic because they're 2 for $4. So really, for 8 cakes or 8 things in each thing, what are they, like 40 cents or something? So my cart was overflowing. I had 5 for Jill, and then I found the little chocolate trees. So I was going to do the trees in little boxes. And so however many I had, some lady comes up to me and she goes, "Oh, are you doing the TikTok thing?" And I'm like, "No, what's that?" She said they take those little Debbie's trees and they put them like in a like a springform pan. They stand them up all the way around the edge. They put a little bit of frosting. They put another layer, like brick them, around, another layer of frosting, and they fill the whole bundt pan with little Debbie's cakes with a little bit of frosting in between. And she said, "It's the best tasting cake you can imagine." And I said, "No, I'm not doing the
my gosh. Oh my goodness, that's so funny. Well, so I think it's nice to have something small, like a little gifty item is nice. I think having some things at different price points is good. And I think taking the cards you have, like the swaps and the things that you've gotten, and getting those packaged up and getting those, moved is a great idea. And I do think height, is important.
Yeah. I'm also thinking about what Christmas cards don't move that are a couple of years old for me. I'm probably going to go to one of the local assisted living centers in our subdivision area and just donate those for their peeps, because I noticed Christmas cards really aren't the thing that they buy. It's really all the other cards that they want, that they would like.
I think it depends. I mean, I have some that will sell and some that won't. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. And then we can